So about the protein, yesterday I think I need to add protein. I think that's going to help me be less tired. I think that's what's happening. My energy is low because I just don't have enough protein coming in, and I've really radically reduced what I'm eating every day because I'm, basically eating vegan and really, really watching my portions and really, really eating with a mindset on how do I feel? Do I feel, have I had enough? And so that happens actually early. I'm not actively telling myself, don't eat all of this, eat less, but I am actively telling myself, excuse me, how do you feel? Have you had enough? If you need more, what else do you want? Usually it's about, usually that's about a flavor. So if it's a flavor, then it's like, okay, do I want whatever, salty? Do I want acidic? Do I want something lemony? Like, what do I want? For me, this is a great way to diet because it's fun. And it's interesting. It keeps me, engaged in it versus like feeling like I can't think about it. And everything is no, 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 no. So I think this is sustainable. I think when the balloon is gone, I can see myself eating like this. I can. Yeah, because it's about pleasure, and that's fun to focus on. And it's about adventure in a way, because I'm sort of finding like, oh, it's all new. So the protein, I decided I think I need protein more often. So long story short, I started drinking protein in the morning today, but not the milky kinds of proteins that you either add water to or those protein powders. So many of them have some kind of milky dairy, even when they say it's non-dairy, there's something in there that is causing that my balloon doesn't like. Just, that's the only way I can say it. My stomach just has a reaction to it. So for me, they are not. I've unfortunately bought several. So they're in there. So those will also become gifts to whoever's here next time. But I still have plenty of the high protein soup that is a broth. The chicken, I think there's also mushroom in there. That's like 20 grams a piece. I have this morning, I ordered another case of the clear protein drinks. Even though they were too sweet, I didn't like them because they tasted like Kool-Aid with sugar added. That's not even something I actually ever tasted myself on any kind of regular basis, because my mom when I was growing up, there was no sugar. I couldn't even have sugar. We didn't have sugary cereals. Like, we had grape nuts and things like regular cornflakes. I think that was literally it. Maybe Raisin Bran. We didn't have any kind of cereals that had sugar. We didn't have any of that stuff. So we definitely didn't have Kool-Aid, period. And definitely not, excuse me, Kool-Aid with sugar. But the clear protein that I've been buying on Amazon tastes like that. But so far from what I've tried, it is superior as far as making me feel quenched. That's also for the part of me that gets dehydrated. And it gives me the protein I need, which gives me energy. That's the whole point of what I wanted to say. That just adding back protein drinks today, I already saw an energy difference. I didn't yawn mid-afternoon and feel like I was gonna fall over on my desk or out of my chair. Like I said, I had this work event afterwards, and I think had this been the day before or any other time in the last 2 weeks, I wouldn't have been able to make it. I just wouldn't. I would have just had to beg off and say, I can't make it tonight. I was fine. I left early, but I left early because I had the conversations I wanted to have. No shade or anything, but like, I had a good time. And it was at the point where staying longer would have been staying for something else, not just for like the hanging out and the good time. I had done that. And also I had drunk and I felt comfortable with the 2 nice cocktails that I had. I wasn't necessarily afraid that if I stayed, I would drink a lot more, but staying longer without drinking more would have been different. What I mean by that is everyone else was getting a little smashed. So as I was leaving, I was even saying like, oh, people are just starting to shout. You know, that moment when in a restaurant, even when people start to get a little lit, they start to get more than tipsy. Well, I say maybe it's the beginning of tipsy. It's the beginning of tipsy, and everything seems convivial and very joyous. But when you just sort of pull back, or if you go to the bathroom and come back into the space, you're like, oh, this is loud. Like everyone's just screaming at each other. And it really was that loud. Like in order to talk, you had to shout like in a club. And I was like, oh, okay. Like we've reached that point. And if I'm not getting drunk, this isn't actually as fun. So I left it a really good time on good terms and I felt good. When I walked in the door here, I felt nice. I won't say tipsy. I didn't feel tipsy. I felt nice. I felt good. By no means hungover, by no means compromised, by no means weird. It wasn't ever a point where I was like, oh, what am I saying? I felt totally in control, totally fine, not out of control at all. And I think it's a nice place for me. I was never a party animal, but I was always someone who could close a place down, which is never a good thing. And who could have several drinks in a row, especially at things like that, where it's so easy to just overindulge when you're not paying the bill, when it's on offer, and when people are going, have another one, and the waitress keeps coming back saying, what's your next order? And it was just like, no, just water, please. And so also, of course, I'm worried about making negative food decisions. And as I said before, the more you drink, the more you sort of are mentally compromised in your sort of logic. And so it's a lot easier to I don't want to say slip up, because I don't want to act like food is a bad thing, but I might have had less control over my food choices had I kept drinking. And that's in any environment. It's sort of very nice to be sober. It feels very good actually to not sort of get smashed. Yeah, so tomorrow I think the crate of the clear protein juice, I guess, will come in, protein liquid. So I will try to drink 2 or 3 of those a day. If I drink 3, that's 60 grams. That'll be very healthy. Okay, Kat wants to say hello. Say hello, booby. Say hello. Say hello. Okay, bye-bye. So I can get that back in. And I think that that's going to fix definitely my low energy. And I think that's actually going to fix my sleepless nights. Like, I think that I'm going to get better sleep when this protein thing is worked out. And that is going to affect the brain fog that I was feeling. I think I talked about it yesterday, where it feels like I just kind of can't focus. I think that's coming from the lack of sleep, which is coming possibly from the deficit in protein. So all of that's just me. It's conjecture. I don't know if it's true or not. It's just me guessing, but I want to try it. So this is an experiment I'm going on for the next couple of days. It's Thursday, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to protein load for through the weekend, and I'll see by Monday if things have changed. That's it. Day 68. Good night.